Not the Footy Show.
G'day everyone, Warrick Nicolson from Not the Footy Show. It's time to look in my bag of goodies. I've got my books from the 90s from Donna Owen up there in Redcliffe. Thank you very much, Donna. They arrived. Let me get them. Here they are. So I think I got 10 or so books for about 20, 30 bucks, and then 20 bucks postage, so about 50 bucks. They have arrived. I will open them up and you'll get to see what I have in there. Lots of 90s stuff. There's a book on Super League, which I'm really excited about. A long time looking for it. A few books that I already had, but send me more and I'll give other ones to my nephew. Let's have a look what's inside and we'll go to the head cam. Okay, here's the box. Thank you, Donna Owen from Redcliffe, and let's get into it. $21 to send to me. About 50 bucks all up. First one looks like a Tarira Nicolson book. There you go. Standing Tall. I am looking forward to reading this one. Fantastic player, especially for the Sharks and the Storm. Number 2. Oh, Billy. Yes, the referee in a league of his own. Very true. Thanks for 89. Next, this one. I haven't read any of Will Elvin's work. I know he's around the traps. Pretty thick. Very thick. There we go, Rugby League Rivalries. Next, I've got this one. This one's Laurie Daly's book that was released soon after he retired. I actually reckon Laurie could do another one. Really good job with Dave Milton here, but I feel like it was a bit short. Probably had a little bit more information I would have loved to have gotten out of that. Who knows, Laurie? We should have in your podcast. It's in the podcast someday. Jack Gibson, The Last Word. It's a hardcover, actually. There you go, $5. And I'm looking forward to having a read of this one. We have a book that I do have. My brother was a massive Tigers fan until this guy took over pretty much. Interesting read into how he viewed coaching, and I actually think if he had a little more cattle, who knows how the Tigers would have gone, but I think there was a real disconnect in what he asked his players and what the players were used to. Interestingly enough, they were coming off Warren Ryan as their coach. It's a very interesting title. I have this one. It's one a bit better nick than the one I have. No 90s Kangaroo Tour. It's a good read. So what else we got? I think I've read this. A friend of mine may have had it when I was a bit younger, but I'll go through again. Yes, that's a pretty ill-advised photo for the back of your autobiography, whichever one is which. Now this one I am interested in reading. This is other Richard Beck. He actually wrote the Tarira Nicolson one as well. He's the mini manager at the Warriors. I love that logo. I do wonder if there was ones made for South Queensland, Western Reds and North Queensland. I have never seen a version of that, but I know that the Warriors came, I think, first into the mix, and these logos were huge in the 80s. They're actually the best logos I've ever seen. Am going to enjoy reading that one. Plenty in here. This is the, I'm going to say that one, that's the jewel in the crown as far as I'm concerned. MENINGA. I know a little bit about MENINGA as a Canberra fan growing up, but this should be interesting. Lots of photos in there, which is cool. So we will get to that one. Haven't read this one. This is one I think that was published. This is 1995, so this is before Super League. This will be fascinating to see how that differs from the LAURIE book from later on. This is probably the second most interesting one I'm looking for. Jared McCracken, and how he left and why he left ARL to go to Super League, and then Super League back to ARL, and however it worked. Read doing my block by blocker. He's good value. Have a read of it sometime, people. This one I've never read. You know, Gus is massive over Twitter at the moment. Going to be very, very intrigued, is a different word for you, to see how this one is portrayed. It's by Ray Chesterton. I think it's 90s? 1996, so this is smack bang in the middle of Super League. Super League, the inside story. Now, I've read Roy Masters' version, Inside Out, just somewhere in my house, but this is the one that I've been looking for. I think I've read about 20 or 30 pages when I was at the library about 10 years ago. There'll be a lot of stuff coming out of this one. So that's the group of books from Donna. She also threw in this for free. There you go. Thanks for that, Donna. So there you go, 50 bucks. And we'll get into it as we go. The first one I will be reading though is Super League, the inside story. Thanks, Donna.
Not the Footy Show.
Pepsi.